Hey guys, welcome to That Game Show, the show that talks about all the stuff in the nerd world and all the stuff in between. I am your host, Chase Bunker. Joining me today is the half-Asian sensation. It's Curtis Coe.
Hello, everyone.
One name to rule them all. It's Murph Murphy.
Hi, guys.
And player 4. It's Daniel Clegg.
Hi, friends. How's it going?
Thank you all very much for joining me today on the podcast, and also thank you guys for listening or watching, whether you're watching us on YouTube or listening to us on Podcast Garden, iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn. Thank you for making us a part of your day. We've got kind of a little bit of exciting things to talk about. First one being, there was leaked footage, or more leaked footage, I should say, of Suicide Squad, where Jared Leto is getting chased by the Batmobile. And before that, you had also footage of Margot Robbie and Jared Leto supposedly having an argument. So, guys, are we getting too much information right now on Suicide Squad? Let's start off with Daniel Clegg.
I think it's nice that it's there for those who do want to sort of gorge themselves on the info, right? I mean, in a situation like this where they're filming in the middle of a bustling city, you really can't secure the site as often as you can in a studio, right? The leaks are going to happen. So the information is nice for those who want to check it out. I'm really trying not to, though, because, yeah, I feel like I've seen too much character art, too many costumes. I'm getting sort of a feel for it that I haven't seen a trailer, haven't seen a teaser or anything for this movie. I feel like I've seen too much, so I'm avoiding all subsequent articles or pictures if I can.
All right, Murph?
That's kind of my MO as well. I'm not that excited about Suicide Squad, so I've seen these things. And this seems like a really kind of a B tier, maybe a C tier movie, so I'm not really understanding all the hype. That said, it's people want spoilers. To put it in the video game terms, did you hear about the Star Citizen leak? Not to just completely tangent.
No,
I haven't heard of it.
So some dev posted a screenshot of his desktop. Crazy people on the internet kind of pieced together a URL in his browser tab, which turned out to be 50 gigs of assets for the game. And then they put it into a CryEngine thing, and then you can float around in this capital ship or something. And I love Star Citizen just because it's the craziest game that's never going to get made, or who knows, but but to get us back onto Suicide Squad, yeah, I think it's overexposed. I don't think you're going to be able to maintain the level of hype.
Yeah, Curtis?
I don't think anything that's come out has been particularly anything story related, to be completely honest. I mean, we know Batman's in it, but we kind of already knew Batman was in it. We know what they kind of look like. We did. We did, because Ben Affleck was out there, so we already knew Batman was going to show up somewhere in the movie. So I mean again, most of these guys are Batman villains. I mean, it's kind of they have a new Batman, right? They want to make sure he's getting more involved in the universe. It makes sense for him to be in a Suicide Squad movie.
Oh, it absolutely does. I just thought it would be like a teaser at the end of the credits.
I feel like his role is going to be super minor because he's only out there for a week. I mean, he's not going to be really big in the movie. It's not going to be a huge part of the movie. And we still really have no exact idea of what the movie is about. And, we got costumes, we got a little bit of footage, but, I mean, Joker and Harley having a fight, that's kind of canon. I mean, that's not anything abnormal or strange in any sense of the word. And frankly, I mean, I hate big spoilers, but this is kind of just minor spoilers of things that we already knew.
Yeah, I kind of didn't think that Batman was going to be in it because I didn't think that you will see Batfleck in with this Suicide Squad. 'Cause I didn't think it would kind of pertain to his universe, so to say. I don't want this to be overexposed. I don't want this to be overhyped because I feel like the more things are hyped, the more disappointed I'm just going to be. That's why I was kind of skeptical of the first Avengers, but thank God that kind of shattered everything. But it's the fact that I wouldn't say I kind of agree with Murph and kind of disagree. It's I wouldn't say it's a B tier, C tier movie because it's it has Will Smith, but it's oh wait, when's the last time Will Smith was good in a movie?
Welcome to Earth.
Yeah. And then it's Jared Leto. It's Jared Leto's probably the biggest star. Then who else do you have? You have Jai Courtney, who's in everything, and then you have Jay Hernandez, whose career peaked in the first Hostel, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, I'm going pretty vague. Oh, and Margot Robbie, who's known
Margot
for
Robbie's probably the most bettable star in that film at the moment.
yes, who helped
Which-
make all the males peak in Wolf of Wall Street. But that's a different story for a different day. All I have to say is like I'm tired of the quote leaked footage because I feel like anybody can literally just go, "Hey, we don't want any more footage or any footage to get leaked out." Because I feel like any director has that power. This is one of those like, "Oh no, this got leaked." Like I feel like it's kind of like we're gonna try to keep it.
Like if they wanted to make this sure that nothing got leaked, they would just shoot it on a soundstage.
They'd have to shoot it in a studio. But if they're
Right.
looking for the exact location and they're trying to save money, not having to create that location after the fact, then they're going to shoot in the city. And you can't lock a city down. There are skyscrapers. People could shoot it from 20 stories up. You can't cover all the angles, right?
Right. So then they're going to be smart and they're just going to, use marketing to the, these people are smart.
Yeah.
They're really smart.
I mean, even if we're not terribly excited about it, we're talking about it on this here podcast.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's getting exposure. I mean,
Yeah.
whether
I
we
want
wanna
it to
give
be
it or
good.
not.
I want it to be good. I feel like Jared Leto can definitely put it off, but like the more stuff that I see, the more I think this like looks like an 80s like cheesy punk film.
I'm actually okay if it is. I think it might be kind of fun.
It could be. It could be. But I have a feeling like this is going to be either the greatest thing since Avengers, Winter Soldier, Guardians, or it's going to be the worst thing since Batman and Robin.
I think it's gonna fall
I
flatly
think it
in the
can fall
middle.
somewhere in between.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be like I
Well,
think it's going to tip
yeah.
one of those scales.
It's gonna be
Like
between 1 and infinity.
yeah.
I kind of feel like the pictures I've seen of the new Joker kind of remind me of the Val Kilmer Batman movie, Batman Forever.
Yes, we saw
lot
that. I
with-
remember when we watched that.
With Two-Face and his kind of weird sequence jacket that he had. But
Yeah.
anyways, that kind of reminds me of being that kind of campy,
Very
feel to it.
stylized.
Yeah.
right?
All right.
I am getting kind of tired of seeing the footage and the pictures. I just want to be surprised. I don't want to know that, spoilers, Joker is gonna hit Harley at some point in the movie. I kind of expect to see that, like we said.
Yeah.
But I don't want to see pictures of it beforehand. I want to be surprised in the middle of the movie,
Yeah.
not thinking after the fact. Oh yeah, I saw that 6 months ago. Okay.
Well, I think
That's
like
sort of, it robs a moment from the movie.
I think it was Movie Pilot that said this. We're probably going to see most of the movie before the movie even comes out. And
I
that's what
hope
I'm very
not.
fearful
Yeah.
of.
I hope not.
But I mean, like, I'm trying to think of another movie
Well,
that
like
I mean,
the
Dark
Hateful
Knight-
Eight.
Oh yeah, Hateful Eight. Well, that was a whole
That's the
script.
one where
though.
the whole script was released.
Yeah.
Correct.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
And
the
So
whole thing.
fewer people would have read that, I feel, than people would have seen pictures.
Yeah, but I mean, I can read a summary of someone who read it. Like that was day of that it happened. Like I was hearing podcasts about it and
Right.
blah blah blah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't-
And I wasn't
remember
even
it.
looking for it really. Like I was just like, oh, all right, cool.
But at the same time, we were talking about this a little bit with Avengers and Age of Ultron being like super overexposed. There was like 20 million clips online of that movie, and there are still parts of that movie that
Which were, I think the difference there is those were officially released. They gave
Yes.
us like 10 minutes of the movie in clips in the month before the movie released. Those were polished pieces of the movie that they wanted to present to build hype. These are, clips or pictures, 5-minute segments or 5-second segments that maybe won't even make it into the movie.
Mm.
and that's fine though. That's even better in some ways.
Yeah.
Some behind the scenes action.
Maybe
Yeah.
like maybe it could be like because like the whole Joker thing, they're playing a joke on us and they're throwing us for a loop.
That's a lot of money for a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think
Well, I mean the leaked
Yeah.
footage, like that's the joke.
Yeah, I mean, I think parts of it, like everybody has alluded to, might be cut in the cutting room floor. But if it's a bad scene, it's a bad scene, and get rid of it.
All right, we'll move along to. We'll do a quick game of Name That Game. We're only gonna do one game this week. 20 questions.
Okay.
Everybody will take a turn after everybody gets 3 questions. Then it's gonna be free reign.
'Kay.
So we will start off. Since I started off the topic with Clegg, I'm gonna start off with Murph. Murph, it is your turn. Your first question.
Yeah, I'm getting ready.
Okay, go.
Oh shoot, I have to ask a game.
Yeah.
Is it an RPG?
He didn't understand
Yes,
the
it
rules
is.
of the game.
Okay, it's an RPG. All right. It's an RPG.
RPG.
All right,
Oh.
Curtis.
Okay. Okay. Is it a Western RPG?
No.
Was it made in Europe or North America? Is the question, or stylized in
No.
anime aesthetics? Okay.
No.
So it's a
I
JRPG.
didn't understand what that guess. It's JRPG is what we just
Yeah.
figured out.
Yeah, we
Yes,
pretty
it's a
much
JRPG.
Was this
Hmm.
made for Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 era forward?
No.
Okay, so it's older than that.
Okay. Does this game have multiple sequels?
It has multiple sequels. Yes.
Okay, that actually literally doesn't. Well,
It doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Well, it kind of does.
Yeah, it kind of does. It has multiple sequels.
Let's get
Okay.
the
Generation
era of the
What
game.
generation. Is it older than the PlayStation 2, Xbox, GameCube era?
Yes.
Okay, so it's probably.
But let me preface it that it did
Okay.
also get a re-release.
They did get a
So-
re-release.
was this
Mm.
Nintendo
What's that?
game? Was this on one of the Nintendo systems?
It did come out on one of the Nintendo systems. Yes.
Okay, because they tend to re-release games. Did Final Fantasy come out on that?
It came out originally on the Super Nintendo.
Okay. I'll go to Curtis in the meantime.
Oh, the dog's up. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Was it at the time? Did this specific game was it exclusive to a specific console?
It
At
was
the time.
exclusive before the re-release. It was an exclusive.
It was an exclusive. Okay.
Click.
Okay. Murph, you good?
Murph,
No, go ahead if you have one
Okay.
in mind.
Is this medieval themed, like
No.
fantasy? Okay, so maybe more sci-fi.
Gee.
Now, to clarify, we had a problem with this last week. Medieval is like swords and magic.
Yes.
No. It was fantasy. We had a
It was
problem.
fantasy that we had
Medieval-
the problem. with.
Medieval is
Okay.
All right.
So it's older than. Oh, is this
PlayStation.
Is
it's
this
older than PlayStation 2, but it got re-released.
Yeah. So is this in the Mass Effect series?
No.
Oh, man.
Okay, because that would have fit.
Okay. It is now free reign. You have 11 more questions.
Okay. So, well, no, it was
is
older
this
than
a
the
3D game?
What do you mean
Yeah,
a
that's a good
3D?
question.
Like, is it
Well,
a 2D or is it a 3D?
dimensional.
Like Mario is a 2D game. If you're talking about the side-scrolling jumpers, platforming games.
Oh, that might. I think you need
Zelda
to be more
is a
specific.
3D game.
But
talking
original
about.
Zelda was not. Is
Right,
that
right.
what
So
you're?
all
That's
all of the Ocarina of Time.
It
Oh,
is
yeah.
okay. If you're asking,
3D.
okay, if you're asking it in the sense of like Ocarina of Time 3D,
Right, not like 3D glasses.
okay, then yes, it is a 3D game.
It is a 3D game.
Yes.
So that would pretty much rule that it's most likely in the N64
It's gotta be N64.
era. It's a JRPG. Do we agree that we probably need to figure out what console? Is it well known for being on this specific console first? Is it a well-known game?
It was no. Hold on. It was an exclusive, so we
It
know
was an
that.
exclusive,
But there was
then
a
it
re-release.
which came to all platforms. Well, we don't know if
A lot of platforms.
Okay, so there's a JRPG that either came out on PlayStation and then came to Nintendo, or was on Nintendo and then came to PlayStation, because Microsoft didn't have
Yeah.
a console until Xbox One original, and it's before that.
Well, we know it's not medieval. That's the other thing that we know. It's not medieval.
So is this does this involve does it have a weapon in its title?
No.
Okay, so it's not Xenoblade.
Oh, that
Then
new
it
one's
com-
coming out pretty soon, isn't it?
That one didn't come out in that generation. Oh no, Xenoblade was on the PlayStation.
It was on Wii.
But this is the N64 era.
He just said older than PS2, but younger than PlayStation.
Wii was is newer than PlayStation.
Okay, fair.
Is this? Are there a lot of like mech games that were JRPGs?
No.
You have 10 questions, by the way.
Should we figure out what system it's on?
Yeah, go for it.
Is it a PlayStation game? Was it originally an original PlayStation
No.
game?
Okay,
was
so
not
it was originally a Nintendo then,
Or it was originally a Dreamcast.
or Sega. Yeah, I forgot about Sega.
Yeah, but what has a sequel on Dreamcast?
Well, I mean, it may have jumped from Dreamcast to Nintendo,
So
like
it was
Sonic.
something else. Yeah, but that's not an RPG.
No, it's just a game example of jumping systems.
Yeah, I mean the only Dreamcast JRPGs I can remember are like Skies of Arcadia.
Oh, but that had a sequel.
Did it?
It did have a sequel. It had a sequel
But-
on. I think no. Wait, it was a remake. It was a remake on the GameCube.
But I don't think there wasn't Skies of Arcadia 2, was there?
I don't
There
remember.
definitely wasn't Skies of Arcadia 3, so I think-
No,
Four.
but it depends on. Oh, that's complicated. I don't.
Okay,
Ooh.
is this a sci-fi futuristic game?
Yes.
Okay, because
It is a
that
sci-fi
rules out
fantasy.
modern. That
This is
rules
a
out
lot of-
modern era.
This is a
Okay.
So that rules out like a Dragon Ball or Dragon Quest or.
I'm kind of struggling for a sci-fi JRPG.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Sci-fi.
My mind goes to like
JRPG.
Gundams, but those are usually fighters or simulators, not
Yeah.
RPGs. It rules out any of the.
Zone of
there's-
Enders was also an action game, but that didn't come out until PlayStation 2 either.
There's like Armored Core, but that's not really.
That's too obscure, though, right?
Maybe.
Chase, this is not an obscure game, right?
This is not an obscure game.
We
Yeah,
should know
we
this.
already stated that this was these games will never be.
Yeah, I will never be pulling off
Yeah.
like Trigger Man or anything.
Okay, so
Oh, was this made by?
Oh, hold on.
Murph.
Okay,
Let me just ask. Was this made by
I think I know. what
by
he's
Square?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
going at. Okay, can I ask? And I'm pretty sure I know what it is if I'm thinking about it right. Is this? Did I buy you a poster of this game character?
No, you didn't.
Oh, it's not Mega Man.
It's not
shit.
Mega Man X Command Mission.
No, I was gonna go with Legends because I know Legends was that
Oh, that
generation.
Legends was an RPG too.
Mega
Yeah.
Man's always a 2D game, isn't it?
Legends.
No, Legends was a 3D
Legends
game,
was 3D.
Oh.
which is why it was. It's
Which is it-
futuristic.
and
It's
this
a
is just for, like,
JRPG.
This is for like a portable system, maybe.
Oh, it could
shoot,
be
we
for
didn't-
a
we
portable
didn't consider
system.
that. Is
Let-
this a mobile game,
let me
Chase?
Let
No,
me make sure
no,
it had a
no.
mobile release.
Okay, but the original
so
was
it's
not.
It was not.
It did not have a
known
mobile
for-
release.
Okay.
Okay, so it was known for a specific. It was known well. We already stated it was well known
Yeah.
for its console it was on. Correct.
It was known on its first console. Yes.
Okay. So it's futuristic. It was known on its first console. The original console it came out with was before PS2. It was a 3D game. It's futuristic. It's a JRPG or something of the like.
Is it?
Oh,
You might need to give us a hint here, Chase.
No. Okay. Hold on a second. I think I might have another idea. Okay. Was this game a multiplayer game?
Yes.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I know what it is now. Is this was this originally on the Dreamcast?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I know what it is now.
Did we play this game?
Yes.
It's
Did
Fantasy
I play
Star.
this game?
There you
It's
go.
a Fantasy Star
Yeah.
Online.
Fantasy
Yeah.
Star Online.
Yeah.
Originally came out for the Dreamcast, and episodes 1 and 2 came out for the Xbox and the GameCube. And it's also, don't forget, its sequel, Fantasy Star Episode 3, Card Revolution. I don't know why they still went with that one. And then also Fantasy Star Universe, the most
Oh,
disappointing game to us ever. So yes,
And, Fantasy Star just in general, like that was a series before online.
Yeah.
Fantasy Star was fun. Like I loved
Actually,
Fantasy Star.
never did a Fantasy Star.
Really?
Is it worth going back for?
No.
Okay.
No, like the combat, like one of the things that like Curtis and I had to get used to is because like this was literally the combat. If you played a hunter, which was the sword person, you went like this, and then
Yep.
if you were fancy and lucky enough, you went boom, boom.
For
I
those
played-
of you that have played Witcher, it's very similar to the combat system they use where you have to time your attacks in order to get combos. It's not it's amusing in a nostalgia way, but it's not very good anymore. Let's just put it.
Yeah, it's kind of dated.
Okay.
It kind of is.
Yes.
So watch a Let's Play.
I wouldn't even do that. It's really
Fair.
that.
What if he's funny? What if it's a Let's Play of someone who's kind of hilarious?
Okay.
Yeah,
Then
I mean,
yeah,
it's
sure.
amusing. There's no real story there. It's
Okay.
just kind of you're going places, and I mean, it's kind of cool. It's aesthetically cool, but not. It's very deep.
Yeah.
Well, while we're on games, I wanted to point this out because it's for charity. Hey, guess what? Nintendo has a Humble Bundle.
That's right.
What?
I heard about that. Murph, tell us a little bit about it.
What?
Nintendo
Wow.
has a Humble Bundle.
I'm looking at this right now.
It's the Humble Indie. Not well. I guess they're all indie games from Nintendo.
Yeah, it's not like you're gonna get like a Mario game out there. It's like it's a bunch of indie games like Guacamelee. Shoot.
So it's Guacamelee.
Yeah.
Something called Woe Dave, Mighty Switch Force,
Ollie Ollie.
Ollie Ollie, The Fall, The Moon Chronicles Episode 1, Stealth Inc. 2, and SteamWorld Dig. And then there's supposed to be more games coming out as well.
Yeah.
So does that mean I should wait until these other games come out, or
I mean, if these are good enough for you, if you pay more than the average, you will get whatever else as a bonus.
I can personally vouch for Ollie Ollie. I think it's a great game.
Yeah, Ollie Ollie is a good game. I've played some Guacamelee recently. That's actually a lot of like a kind of a weird Metroidvania beat 'em up.
Yeah, my roommate's been playing and he likes that.
I mean, if I buy this, I'm gonna be doubling my Wii U library. So
Yeah, I would be quadrupling.
maybe that's worth it.
So-
Oh,
So
Wow.
actually, all of them are not on Wii U. Some of them are on 3DS. So
Yes.
I thought they were
Mighty
all.
Switch
I
Force-
think they're all going to go for both consoles. I believe.
no.
That's
Mighty,
what it
No,
sounds
Mighty-
like.
Some of them are 3DS.
3DS
Yeah.
exclusives.
Only.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
And if you get those, you can hand them to me.
Exactly.
Oh, that's true.
But I'm really excited for this because I love Humble Bundle. I
Mhm.
really like supporting charity. Like I'm not a monster.
Yeah.
I also like if maybe I'm not as I have a Wii U, so like these games are cool. I kind of own all of them on different platforms already, so this isn't my bundle. But like hey, in the future, I sure as hell wouldn't mind like maybe a PlayStation
Yeah.
4 bundle.
That wouldn't be bad. Or like a
Well,
Sony
yeah.
bundle.
Yeah.
Use
And
it
the
for
other
your
thing
Vita
is-
for all 10 people that own one.
I own a Vita.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, you were forced to own a Vita, really, but that's okay.
I was not forced.
I mean, you were like,
it's free.
yeah, it was free, so it's like, can't really
I
say
didn't
no to that.
No.
All right.
But
Also, speaking of other side projects that we are doing, Curtis, would you like to give us an update of our movie draft?
all right, let's talk about movie draft. So the current victor, as of right now, is Daniel Clegg, who is running number one because of
Yes,
Avengers:
thank you.
Age of Ultron,
Yes,
which
thank you, thank
has made a total of $411 million as of Tuesday, because I didn't update it today. Chase Bunker is in second place. Unfortunately, Clegg has doubled his score, over doubled his score. He
Early
is
yet.
currently at 168 million, mostly due to Pitch Perfect 2, which did
Yeah, Jesus.
expected.
How much is that
Um,
made now?
Ooh.
It's made $125 million
Its
in
first
its
weekend.
first 2
First 2
weeks.
weeks.
That's crazy.
I
Which
think
is-
yeah.
It pulled 75 million, which is 30 million over what they expected it to pull on its first weekend.
And they're still getting people too. Like that's the
Exactly.
thing. Like it's still like selling.
I
that'll go
have
for
noticed though that one is starting to decline, and I expect number 3, Murph. I'm sorry, I had myself as 3, and actually Murph is 3rd.
Oh, cool.
I am
Mad Max
last.
finally getting me something.
No, Mad Max is doing actually very well. It's got at $94 million. It's doing incredibly well. I expect that to actually overtake a lot of the other movies that are coming out. Well, not coming out, but still stay about 30 million a week, and it's probably going to end up beating out Pitch Perfect in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think like that's a long-term investment because
Yeah.
the buzz around that is kind of incredible.
Kind of.
It's really
ridiculous.
good, and just for reference, it is a really good movie. Go out and watch it. It's
Oh
Great.
yeah, Mad Max was incredible.
I think
Guys
people
remember,
were holding off on that one.
You
Hopefully,
guys remember Edge of Tomorrow?
Yes.
yeah.
It came out last year.
Yeah,
right?
last year.
Yeah.
That one took a couple months to really ramp up, and it did fantastically internationally.
Yeah.
Not that we're counting that in our draft,
Eh.
but it over the few months, it did really well.
I think a better example that happened this year was Kingsman.
Yes.
And only did 10 million on his first weekend, and then it consistently did about 25 million per week after that weekend. So it had a really weak first week, followed by pretty stellar, just keep on going to the point where I think it's up to like almost 170 million or something like that.
Yeah, Kingsman came out like the same time as 50 Shades of Grey, and
Yes, it came out the same
it
weekend.
lasted longer.
Yeah, it did.
So it lasted longer than Mr. Grey.
And then in last, yours truly, with 56 million with my two terrible movies of Hot Pursuit and Poltergeist. Yeah, what can I say? That's kind of what we're looking
to remember, that's two of your, 9 movies or something ridiculous?
Two of my
It's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 movies.
So who has Tomorrowland?
I do.
Because that's coming out.
He has Tomorrowland. It's already come out, actually. It did about 42 million. It did okay.
Sorry there, Chase.
I mean, people are still watching it. Like, the thing is, like,
people
people
sure
keep
are.
going to it, so we'll see.
I don't know if that one's going to pick up. I think
won't.
your next one, Aloha, which is coming out next week, the two movies that are on our draft that are coming out next week is San Andreas and Aloha. I think both of them are going to do pretty well. San Andreas, again, is just kind of a paycheck movie. But, it's actually gotten some decent reviews coming out of it, just basically saying, hey, it's just kind of what it is. It's a disaster movie.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty decent one. I mean, those two movies I expect to do well. I'm not sure if Aloha is going to do as well as some people are saying it's going to do.
I haven't seen a lot of publicity for it, and that's what kind of scares me.
I haven't either. I've seen one trailer.
It's got some big names behind it.
It does. Like, that's what I'm really kind of hoping for.
Wait, it doesn't make me too hopeful when it says from the producer of X movie. And then you're like, well, you have no real creative control over how this movie goes.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. Currently, the most proficient bid, I believe, once again, is Clegg with Avengers.
That's only because you guys let me get it for like $52.
63.
Actually,
underpaid, I think.
Hold on a second. I think Chase might actually have the most efficient bid.
Wait, can I start the flex?
Hold on. Let me double check. Yes, actually, Chase does have the most proficient.
Yeah.
Bid with Pitch Perfect, ranging at about $8 million per dollar spent.
Nice.
So I think Pixel is probably the only, because we spent
Pixels.
4. You spent 4.
Yeah.
Spent $4 on that.
You'll be lucky if Pixel makes $4 million.
I kind of feel like that might swing. Like
it's
really,
Adam
I feel
Sandler. It's gonna do well.
Well, no, his last
No.
movies have
Pixel's
bombed.
going to do 500 million.
I won't do
Okay,
that.
let's not get too hasty.
If it does 50, you'll
that
win the
movie's
most
gonna be-
efficient bet.
No,
That
he has
movie-
to get way more than that to get.
It's
the
going
most
to be
efficient.
terrible. It's going to be the worst.
Yeah, I mean the lowest bids were for Hot Pursuit, which was mine. San Andreas was mine, and Pixels is the absolute lowest at 4. And I kind of expect that one might actually do okay, maybe in the 50 millions.
If he does that, he gets it because you're at $8, $8 million a dollar. So times 4, 32. If he does 35 million, he's got the most efficient bid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'll do that, I think.
All right.
No problem.
Let's wrap up the show with a final topic. I go to this pizza joint all the time, and we talk about like cheesy sci-fi movies, and of course, like we talk about like Sharktopus and of course Sharknado that just came out. So guys, let's get the creative brain going.
Wait, Sharktopus?
Yeah, Sharktopus.
It's a thing. That's
a thing.
Please.
So Sharktopus. Excuse me. From the creators of Latte no Mocha comes what cheesy sci-fi movie can you think of? Let's start off with Curtis, because I know you have a few that are probably good.
Oh, I do have a few. We'll go with the cheesiest and the dumbest I can think of. We'll call it Killer Hair Gel.
Killer Hair Gel. What is it about?
It is about. Have you guys ever seen the movie The Stuff?
Yes, I know of it.
No.
Okay, basically, there's some sort of living creature that lives inside some chemical plant, and it goes into hair gel and kills people. The end. It's pretty simple. Use hair gel, you die. The end.
That sounds horrible.
That does sound horrible.
It does.
You have any others?
No.
No.
That's all I got right now. That was pretty crappy, but that's all I got for now.
For now. Murph?
I'm glad I don't use their products.
I'm going to pitch something that I've previously put onto my personal social media. Let me see if I can pull up I've actually written a treatment for this.
Oh
This is gonna
gosh.
be awesome. This
Uh,
is gonna be amazing.
and by say I've written a treatment, I mean I've written a 1-page.
A little
Ahem.
summary for us. Great.
Presenting
Sounds-
presenting Ghost Giant. When the first ever mission to Jupiter disturbs what is not a planet, but a vengeful alien ghost, a misfit team must find a way to not only kill a planet, but one that is already dead.
Oh, that's pretty good.
How do you kill?
Use
Which has a
Kuraga.
life?
So the general idea is that Jupiter's actually a ghost, and then like it's coming towards to Earth, and it's like causing like gravity weirdness, and then like scientists and priests must like perform an exorcism because you have to get the exorcism into orbit.
It's
And
an exorcism
It sounds
in
like
space.
Jupiter descending,
That's
pretty
amazing.
much. That's what you should title it,
yeah.
Jupiter descending.
I would like to just add a scene to that movie where
Go
there's a
for
bunch
it.
of priests in spacesuits and they're forming a cross as
Oh,
they're
yeah.
flying towards Jupiter.
Oh yeah, like it's
That is amazing.
Quick to the Jesus shuttle. Clegg, your cheesy
Oh.
sci-fi movie.
Well, okay. I've thought long and hard since you told us we'd be doing this in the pre-show.
Yep.
And I've come up with this idea where we will return to a franchise we are familiar with in a sort of sequel/side anthology movie rather than making up a new one. And it's going to be a mashup. It's going to be about the forest moon of Endor and the Ewoks there. And the Muppets, since they are Muppets. And this is gonna be a Christmas movie
okay.
where
I'm waiting for the horror part.
I'm waiting for the horror part to come in.
no, just wait for it.
It's pretty horrible.
Where all of the Muppets are from the Empire,
Oh,
and they have to go down to the
Oh,
forest moon
no.
of Endor and establish a base.
Oh my.
And there's gonna be a scene with Gonzo and Fonzie on speed bikes. Miss Piggy is gonna be idolized by the Ewoks, like C-3PO was in the sixth movie. And Kermit is going to be Darth Vader.
Wow.
All right.
That's your cheesy sci-fi movie.
I like it.
okay.
All right. So
Go
I
for
thought
it,
we
man.
thought of two when we were talking about this. One actually, I say I've thought of two. One of them we've been talking about. One of them I just thought about just now. It's tall. It'll attack you from the ground and in the air. It's Giraptor. Part giraffe, part raptor.
God.
Next one.
So don't go into the tall trees.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next one.
You could see it from a mile away.
Yeah.
It's scaly. And it's hungry. It's Chompopotamus. Part
Nice,
alligator, part hippopotamus. 100% death.
But hippos are much more dangerous than
I know, but it's like I'm just picturing it's like a hippo with like an alligator's head. It's like from the creators of Lake Placid 3 comes Lake Placid 4, Chompopotamus. And like this
I
like
like that.
alligator like head comes out. It's like, oh, okay, it's just an alligator. Oh, it's a hippo. This thing's actually fast. And they just keep running, and then I don't know. We'll think of
Then
more.
for the sequel, we could make it robotic chippopotamus or whatever it is.
Mecha Tropopotamus.
Yeah, that one. Back to Murph's idea, though. We can make Rio de Janeiro Jesus the Jesus mobile.
Ooh, yeah. So
No, that's actually the shuttle they take into the space.
Yeah, exactly.
no. The trailer is like some shuttles towing the Rio de Janeiro statue.
Oh my gosh. Gentlemen, we
That'd
gotta.
be- oh man.
I can't tell if this is
Yeah.
better than Latte no Mocha or not, but it's getting there. It's getting pretty close.
I gotta think of the right music accompaniment to that scene, though. There has to be a good one.
Oh,
It
you
has
got-
to be like a futuristic hymn. Like it would have to be like.
Oh, you just do the dubstep remix of that Hallelujah, Hallelujah, and then drops the beat. Hallelujah, screaming hallelujahs.
And then as we
Yeah.
pan to the front of Jesus, it's really a speaker in the front. That's
Yeah,
what-
and there's
Oh, wow, digga, digga, digga. Who lets Skrillex on board?
Except for sound doesn't travel in space. So.
Oh
Right.
no, that the scientists forgot.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry that our science priests can't figure that one out.
Our tech priests. Man.
I mean, let's face it, it's a sci-fi movie. I mean, is that the one thing we're gonna talk about? Iron Sky? Oh, you can't fit that thing over a Tyrannosaurus Rex's mouth. Oh, that's the one science thing that we're gonna forget. Come on.
Oh, come on. You don't want Raptor Hitler?
Oh my god.
See, for chases, I could see it's a scene like the teaser trailer is they're at a zoo. They're like, "Mommy, I want to feed the giraffe," and she's like, and she like holds her kid up to like, and you see a giraffe's neck, like in the background, and she like holds the kids up, and then she like the kid goes off screen and then comes back with like a stump.
Yes.
And then and then scream. And then, like, close up on
Giraptor!
Yeah.
Get it! Starring
best-
Brian Austin Green.
I thought, Clegg, I thought you were totally going to go like the horror movie route with that, where you were going to go like Lord of the Flies on Endor with like the
that's an
Ewoks,
idea.
the Muppets,
With like the children Ewoks. Oh yeah, that'd be something.
where they're like killing each other and there's just stuffing everywhere, flying.
Although, why do we need horror in a
I thought it
cheesy
was
sci-fi?
horror. Was it horror or was it sci-fi?
It was cheesy sci-fi. I thought.
I mean,
Oh.
it's cheesy sci-fi, but like most cheesy sci-fi is a horror movie. It's not like there hasn't really been like a cheesy sci-fi children's movie.
Have you seen what sci-fi
Spaceballs is a cheesy sci-fi movie.
He
That's
has a
different.
point.
Oh,
He has a point.
Spaceballs isn't good because it's bad. Spaceballs is good because it's good.
But it's still cheesy.
No,
It makes fun of
it's good
cheesy.
because it's exactly.
I think I have to agree with Clegg on this one. And
There's no horror in that though.
there is a show, Chase, that you would totally be interested about, which is about space bounty hunters, which is coming on to Sci-Fi.
Is it Cowboy Bebop the sequel?
No, but
Aw.
it has a very Cowboy Bebop feel to it.
Also coming to a Star Wars universe near you in like 2 years.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I think the next Star Wars anthology movie is going to be a Boba Fett movie.
Yeah.
I heard through the internet,
My
which is always right.
I was talking with my friends. They were saying, "Oh yeah, we might start Cowboy Bebop soon." It's like, how can you watch anime and not watch that show?
Yeah.
Honestly.
I
My
think
wife has actually never seen that series through. She's seen
Well,
bits.
she's at least seen it. She's at least seen an
Yeah.
episode.
Oh,
I think Cowboy Bebop does have amazing music, but I don't.
I think it has good moments in it. I think parts of it did not age well, but a lot of episodes really did.
Yeah.
And there's certain episodes that are way better than other episodes.
Oh yeah.
But it's one of those anime that you have to look at it and you say, this is not a coherent story. This is like each episode is like a different story
It's
on
an
it.
episodic thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And for some
Yeah,
people, the
that's fine.
extent of their
Yeah.
anime watching is movies. You know, like the
Yeah.
Studio Ghibli material,
Mhm.
Ghibli is all they've ever seen. That's my wife. She's watched very few series all the way through, but she's watched plenty of
Yeah.
the movies.
Yeah.
So, just out of curiosity, Murph, why you don't like Cowboy Bebop? What would you consider to be that kind of anime that you suggest to people?
It's mainstream. He's not allowed to like it. It's in his
Yeah, I know.
nature.
True.
No, I don't think that's true at all. Because Murph is like
I've thought about this, and I would say I would just never suggest anime to anyone.
ever.
Dang. Not even
Never?
Dragon Ball Z?
No, I think Dragon Ball Z is a bad one.
No.
Actually,
I love Dragon
Yeah.
Ball
If you're a
Yeah.
Never seen
teenager
the
and
animated
you're
series.
angsty, you will love
No.
anime.
Like,
Ah,
and
but
that's the thing. It's kind of like saying, hey, what kind of like American television would you recommend to like someone? And that's you kind of have to say like, well, and I don't want to be like, well, like it's
I was
Like,
about
what
to
do
say
you like?
Dexter, but like not that finale. Not with that finale.
like people like different things. Like some people are gonna like Breaking Bad, some people aren't.
Yeah.
that's true.
Like
That's
it's just like I would not tell my mom to watch Breaking Bad, but I recommended Bob's Burgers to my family, and they love that.
Bob's Modern Family as well. I love that show.
Yeah, Modern Family I think is a pretty, or How I Met Your Mother is another one. That's
That was one of those
I
like I'll
did.
watch
that
that
one.
sometimes.
That one kind of also gets me.
So you're like,
Well, so then if you're catering your suggestions to the audience, there is an audience for overly actiony, overly female sexualized, teen angsty material, and that's 90% of anime, right?
you
So
go.
oh yeah, so like yeah.
I think that's a terrible statistic.
If
I
you
just-
you
are
know it's true.
if you are a
No, it's
nerd in
not.
high school, sure, I'll recommend anime. Just anime. Period.
I guess I'm the only one that still watches anime.
I'm trying
I
to get
do.
back in, but it's like I take my suggestions very loosely because I need to watch Attack on Titan because everybody keeps telling me that that's great. I need to watch.
It's not good.
Really?
I've watched it. It's
I
not
actually
good.
disagree. I think it's a pretty okay anime. I don't think it's a great anime. I think it's an okay. I think it has a lot of good world building in it, though.
Okay.
I think it's very interesting world building. I think the characters are pretty awful.
Now this is gonna be one of those.
Go ahead.
No, you first because I'm about to change this topic.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say what throws me off nowadays more than anything else was the typical age bracket of our main characters is always like 14, 16-year-olds, and the shows that tend to have an older main character cast I like better just because I'm now in my mid-20s and I want the main characters to be relatable, right?
Yeah.
So,
But I think there are a lot of anime that there's I would say one per quote unquote season that kind of hits that mark where it's meant for older. It's a more thinking anime, and it's less of hey, let's kill everything. It's like let's stop thinking.
All right, all right, real quick before we end this, what do I need to do first? Get back into anime, or actually play Dungeons and Dragons first?
Oh wait, you guys haven't played Dungeons and Dragons?
I've never played Dungeons and Dragons. They've been trying to get me to. They've been trying to get me to watch it more anime and play Dungeons and Dragons.
I would say play Dungeons and Dragons, and if we, not to drag this on, but if we wanted to, I have several systems that we could play on the air.
Oh, because here's the thing, because Curtis knows this very well, because he's run a demo with me. If I go, I'm going hard, and I'm gonna go stay in character, and I'm gonna be like a mix between like Deadpool and Sterling Archer, and I'm gonna stay in that character.
The thing I've always tried to tell you is you are not a problem child in the world of D&D. You have never been a problem child. I play with problem childs all the time.
But the thing is like because I've played games as well, like other role-playing games where people have literally yelled at me and told me to stop because I got in character and I will get into character. And it's like you're kind of being a hypocrite because it's like, oh, I'm going to be in this character. It's like, then why are you yelling at me?
But you need to also understand that it's a team-based game. That's what a lot of people forget when they play Dungeons & Dragons. It's not a one-person show. It's a team game. And that's what a lot of people forget. They try to go all the time instead of taking turns.
All right.
So other than that,
we'll talk about we'll talk about this on another day. Thank you guys very much for watching. Once again, if you're listening to us on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, or if you're watching us on YouTube, thank you very much for making us a part of your day. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/thatnewshowshow. If you're watching us on YouTube, feel free to subscribe to us. Unless you're also watching us on a mobile device, flip your phone vertically and then hit subscribe. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at Chase Bunker. Also, you can follow this show on Twitter at @that_game_show. We are already in the talks of Ultra Mega Collaboration 9002, so be excited and get ready for that in the coming weeks ahead. Also, check us out at Tampa Bay Comic Con, July 31st through August 2nd. We don't have a date yet, but when it becomes active, we will tell you guys. Other than that, for Curtis Coe, Murph Murphy, and Daniel Clegg, I am Chase Bunker saying have a good rest of your week, and we'll talk to you guys next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
See you, friends.